From grinding in the lower end of the League Two table with Exeter City to dragging Aston Villa to the Champions League, Ollie Watkins has already written his name into the history books. But there's more to Aston Villa's player of the season than you might already know. This is Ollie Watkins' life off the pitch like you've never seen. The 28-year-old Playmaker of the Year for the 2023 and 2024 Premier League season was born in the seaside town of Torquay on December 30th, 1995. Growing up with dreams of playing for Arsenal, he started his footballing journey at nearby Exeter City from the under-11 age group. This humble beginning set the tone for his career. The major driving force, his mom, who used to drive him to training sessions. Always ambitious, he'd tell her how much he wanted to make her proud and give her the best life possible. Looking back, Ollie Watkins has hit the bullseye on his dreams. His simple, flowing, but effective style of play brings to mind Muhammad Ali's famous quote, "Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee." Watkins adores the late boxer, but his footballing icon is Thierry Henry, whom he loves because of his self-belief. When you watch Watkins take on players, you can tell he's a footballer who knows he's a seasoned player. But how did he go from Exeter City to the bright lights of the Champions League with Aston Villa? Ollie put in the work at youth level with Exeter City, earning a scholarship deal in 2012. He repaid their faith by scoring a massive 30 goals for the under-18 team in the 2013 and 2014 season, earning a professional contract in 2014. He was on a rocket ship to the moon at this point, making his senior debut in League Two the same season. To gain more experience, he was loaned to Western Supermare in the Conference South, where he scored an impressive 10 goals in 25 appearances. Watkins jokes about how it felt illegal to play on some of those pitches, but remains grateful for the grounding experience. By the end of the 2015 and 2016 season, he was an important part of Exeter City's team, and in the following season, he really did shine. He made 52 appearances, scored 16 goals, and added 13 assists, earning the EFL Young Player of the Year award. Brentford swooped in from the championship and signed him on a 4-year contract. Did he continue to impress? You bet he did. In his final season with Brentford in 2019 and 2020, he scored 26 goals in 50 games, catching the eye of bigger clubs. Aston Villa showed massive faith in him, willing to pay a club record fee at the time for his services. Like his previous clubs, Aston Villa's reaped the rewards of Watkins' talent. In his most recent season, he scored 19 goals without penalties and equaled the record for most goals in a Premier League season for Aston Villa. He also outshone players like Kevin De Bruyne and Cole Palmer to claim the most assists in the season. In 2021, Watkins got the dream of every young English footballer by getting a call-up to the national team. And boy, did he understand the assignment. Never one to let an opportunity get past him. First shot on the target for the Three Lions, and boom, he scores. Talk about seizing the moment. It was such a bummer that he did not make the squad for Euro 2020, but you can bet your annual paycheck that he will be on the final list for the 2024 Euros. That's the man as you know him on the pitch. But what is he like when he's not scoring goals or racking up assists for fun? Prolific. Yep, that's the answer. Watkins is just as prolific off the pitch as he is on it. He's been in a relationship with Ellie Alderson since 2018, and the couple have 2 adorable kids together. His first kid, Ellie, was born in 2021, while his second child, Amara, was born in 2023. Quite clearly, this man doesn't miss, does he? Watkins also loves to do a lot of gym work whenever he can. He says it helps him physically and clears his head. From doing pure weights and upper body workouts, Watkins has added on core work and lower body to balance it up. Heading for that incredible Hulk body, are we? What does he like to eat before his matches?
Do they?
Yeah, which
pancakes?
is yeah.
With what? Not syrup and sugar.
Yeah, syrup and berries. Yeah,
wow.
But I have that in the morning.
Pre-game they have that.
Pre-game,
okay.
yeah. A lot of players eat that now. Like,
wow.
Yeah, top.
Watkins says that his first set of options are spaghetti and meatballs, porridge, and bagels. He likes to get up early before games and manages his recovery process after a grueling 90 minutes by heading straight for the doctor's office. Everybody loves a beauty nap, and Ollie's no exception. He's wired his body to go to bed early if he can help it. We've got one super fun fact about Ollie here as well. Considering how hard the forward works on the pitch, you're never gonna guess that he has asthma. He takes our breath away when he plays. Who would have thought that he also loses his breath sometimes? For a player who seems to have everything figured out, it might be a bit of a head scratcher as to why his business isn't all over social media. The The footballer likes to keep his life simple and low-key. Watkins is a very likable person. He stays out of trouble as much as he can, and everyone who knows him talks about his honesty, friendliness, and charitable spirit. But while Watkins might be a low-key guy, the man certainly has style. When it comes to cars, he's been seen with a luxurious Mercedes-Benz E-Class that's believed to be around $75,000. One of the other cars in his garage is a Lamborghini Urus supercar that's super comfy for sporty folks like Watkins. The price is somewhere around $239,000. Any takers here? When it comes to dressing, Ollie's style is as sharp as his shooting. His preferred color for formal wear is a navy suit. He's styled different variations of it for both family and professional events. As much as he knows how to look the part of a business executive, he's also got the eye for casual fits. Believe it or not, Watkins loves floral style shirts, which he wears every now and then when he's out chilling with friends. Ollie's also big into music, and not the kind you might even expect. His mom enjoyed a successful career as a professional singer, and that clearly rubbed off on Watkins. You might be blown away when you hear that he sang Luther Vandross's Never Too Much as his initiation song right after signing for Aston Villa. Watkins also loves to listen to Erykah Badu and Whitney Houston. He maintains an active profile on Instagram and has over 500,000 followers. Fresh off from signing a new contract in October 2023, Watkins currently earns £130,000 per week, which is just slightly above £6.7 million per year. His contract runs till 2028, which means that he'll earn a gross pay of £33.8 million over this period. That might sound like a lot, but it's crazy that it doesn't even put him in the top 50 earners in the Premier League. For a player of Watkins' talent, you'd expect a raise sometime soon, and Villa will certainly oblige to keep him away from the other top sides that might consider his €65 million transfer value easy to cough out. Watkins has kit sponsorship deals with Under Armour. He's one of the few players in the top flight signed on to the company. Having done some math, we expect Watkins' net worth to be a little over $20 million at the moment. When it comes to controversies, Watkins is no Balotelli, and it's hard to find anything on this guy. The nearest he's come to a bit of a juicy headline story dates back to December 2023. Oddly enough, it came in a match against his former side, Brentford. After scoring the winner against Brentford, Watkins celebrated by pointing directly at the Brentford stand in what was a very shocking way to celebrate against a team he once enjoyed some good times with. As you would expect, he got booed for every touch right after that. In his defense, Watkins said that he was getting a lot of abuse from one Brentford fan, and he clarified after the game that his actions were because of that one fan. Watkins explained himself to Thomas Frank, the Brentford manager, and all was made good because Thomas called him a top person with integrity right after. Aston Villa then put out a statement to support him. Having witnessed the 28-year-old's magic on the pitch, the big question arises: will Watkins remain at Aston Villa for the foreseeable future, or do we see him making a big move in the near future? Also, what are your thoughts about Watkins as a player and as a person?